Hey, everybody, come on in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We're going to try this thing one more time. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 11, and the Traitors finale and reunion. Okay, we're not going to be too long. All right, can you hear me? Okay, so we're good. Oh, thank God, thank God. You know what that was? That was the spirit of Keely and Boz trying to attack this live because they know I'm about to go in. They know I'm about to go in, so they say, you know what? Let's try to crash her live. When I tell y'all, thank you. Yes, Bose was mad, so she set it up. Okay, listen. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, honey. Because the live was working just fine. Nothing was wrong. My Wi-Fi is good. Everything is good. So I'm like, I don't know how my sound was all messed up in the other live, but we are here. We are back. They are not stopping any show over here. Okay, listen. But y'all, come on in. Yes, we are back. We are back, y'all. We are back on track. God is good. Listen, honey. Yes, Bose was sending the. Yes, honey. Bose said, oh no, Bose saw the title and that thumbnail and said, oh no, she will not be on live talking about me and my man, my man, my man, my man. But Bose, we are back and we're going to talk about it because that scene with you and Keely was foolishness. It was foolishness. Hey, you said, hey, dummy Rocco, thank you for the super chat. Bose's people trying to get the live taken down. Yep, that's all that was. Bose's people in my funky Daniva voice. Y'all tried it, but y'all won't win because we talking about it. That scene was foolishness. And Bose, you need to turn your brain on right now. Okay, I already feel like you guys are about to show up and show out in this chat. I feel it. Hey, Jameer. Hey, Osmond. Hey, y'all. Honey, when I tell you, you said Bo saw those patches in that thumbnail and said, not on my watch. Stop it. Y'all have me screaming. Honey, the girls had to send their people, okay? Let me tell you something. Brain on and engagement ring off. I'm telling you, Bo's called her contacts on YouTube to get you off the air. Oh my gosh. Bo's Tucker needs to listen to us. Listen, honey, before she turns into another candy, honey. Honey, foolishness. You said his hairline was filled in with chalk. My God. Baby, I gasped at that scene. May I tell you, thank you so much. Because I asked y'all, I said, can y'all do me a big favor? Would y'all mind watching this episode so we can talk about it? And the fact that y'all showed up and showed out and you watched the episode so we could have a key about this foolishness together, I appreciate y'all. Like, I love y'all down, okay? The bond that we share, we are locked in. Because, baby, when I tell you that scene, I said, Bose, please stop. Bose, please stop. Now, yes, honey. Lael was like, Lael said, what does that mean? Lael was looking at him. Did you see how Lael had to fix her face? Because she was just like, what do you mean, no job? I don't understand. I can't compute. Let me tell you something. I only watch because of you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. You said Keely gave a look, honey. Let me tell y'all, her daughter should not have been a part of that conversation. I felt the same way. I thought it was kind of weird because she's pretty much pleading with him. Like, are you going to stay with me if I can't give you this child? You know what? Let me not jump ahead. Yes, Bo's desperation is at its peak. Yes, very much so. Very much. Listen, effing up her daughter's trust fund money. Listen, a mess. Yes, Lael knows a scrub. She should teach her mom. Listen, honey, her daughter hit him with the Miss J side eye. Yes, very much. The way Lael looked at him, she said, excuse me? She said, what do you mean by that, sir? A mess, honey. Lael wasn't here for the nonsense. Honey, a mess. Her daughter looked like, Mom, you going out bad. Exactly. No job. You want me to give you a baby? Listen, foolishness. Listen, y'all, let's get into it. I will say I actually enjoyed the episode because for me, I thought that we actually got some personal story for the first time ever from Erika. I think that this was actually one of the better episodes. I have a lot to say, okay? All right, y'all. Let's just get into it, y'all, because we have a lot to talk about. Let's just we gonna get into all of it, okay? Okay. You said he looked like he wanted to dine and dash. Bo's talking about she wants her to see what chivalry looks like. Listen, it was giving so desperate. Yes. How do you make you caught that too? When he checked into the restaurant, he said, "Oh yeah, the reservation's under St. John and what's his name? Watson." I said, "Child." I said, "What is this? Why can't you just make the reservation under your name?" I said, "What is it? Is her card? Is her credit card on there was it on there to hold the reservation? So that's why it's your name and her name. Is that what it is? So it's St. John because her credit card is there to hold it, and you just okay." He said 50-50. The reservation's under Amsterdam Jenkins. Yup, her credit cards linked to the Resi account. That's exactly what he gave. That's exactly what it gave. Because you know, on Resi, you have to put your credit card to hold the reservation. Yes, honey, come on. Yeah, that American Express must be tied to that Resi account. That's what that gave. Because I caught that. I wrote that in my notes. I said, why did they say Watson St. John? Shouldn't it just be Watson? Yes, he said, "I book, you pay." He said, "Slide me that credit card when we get to the table." They went Dutch. Oh my gosh. She's an old fool. You said first Pam Oliver, now Watson, like Sherlock Holmes. He said, "It's getting weird. I still need this dinner paid." He's going to be part of the future bus driver alum. Oh no! Reservations under Swan Roan, Amsterdam, Big Boy Jenkins, Watson. He's test driving that hyphenated name, a mess. Honey, please, y'all, it's too early. We're only 7 minutes in. Please stop, y'all. You said Amsterdam Watson. Y'all, please, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please, y'all, don't make me mess up my makeup. Please. Kenya Moore said it best. Only broke bees split a check. Well, you should not be splitting a check with a man. You should not be splitting a check with a man. That's first off. Okay. Oh my gosh, honey, y'all are about to show up and show out. It needs to be reservation to color in that bald patch. I said, he is not TV ready at all. I said, Boz, this is your man? You want to stick beside him, huh? I mean, I said a mess. Listen, y'all, a hot mess. All right, y'all. Let's get into I do want to talk about a few short scenes, and then we'll spend the remainder of the recap just talking about that scene, okay? We open up with we're in the Hamptons. Dorit is FaceTiming her daughter Phoenix. We find out that PK is actually watching his kids for the first time ever. I said, well, won't he do it? He's taking them to Disneyland. Dorit's asking if she's going to ride the I think a roller coaster, one of the rides called Thunder Mountain, and her daughter says yes. So Dorit says she's pleased that she can be in the Hamptons and PK can be with the kids. It feels like a semblance of what it should be. She hopes that it can stay that way and they can co-parent like they should have always been able to co-parent. So we see her talking to PK on FaceTime. It's awkward, it's tense, and they're talking about how did Phoenix sleep the night before. But it's really tense because we know that PK can't stand her. She can't stand PK. So now she says as far as the kids know, they have no idea about one single bad thing PK has ever done to me. We've been pretending and smiling. It's hard, but I'm doing it for the sake of our kids. It's in their best interest. And then she starts cursing. So now we have Rachel Zoe come downstairs. She says that she's wrecked today. They danced all last night. She says she took a Tylenol, a B12, a biotin. She took everything and nothing is working. I said, girl, I feel like a Tylenol, vitamins. That's such a heavy mix on your stomach. I'm like, your stomach's not hurting. And especially if you ate on you took vitamins and medicine on an empty stomach, that will tear your stomach up. So I just said, girl, just calm down with all that, okay? So anyhow, Kyle comes down. Kyle looks cute. She says that she bought her dress from Zara. Rachel's like, oh, I love Zara. And then she shares that her earrings are vintage Dior. So now the producer's like, oh, Rachel, is everything that you own designer? And she says, yes, most of it. And I believe that. I think that 99% of what Rachel has in her closet is all designer. So now we have Dorit comes down and she's in this all white ensemble. I thought Dorit looked so good. She had her Hermes Kelly. So her Kelly is 28,000. Now, a quick side note. I remember the new Kelly that she bought for herself after she got her book advance. Wasn't that one only 11,000? So she bought herself two, one at 11,000, the other for 28,000. I said, okay. I said, baby, Miss Mama said my advance came in and I will be swiping this card. I said, I know that's right. Yes, come on, 28,000, exactly. So now, Rachel says that she needs to do some retail therapy. That's the only way to cure her hangover. So that we see them pull up to go shopping. They pull up at Love Shack Fancy. They have some really nice pieces too, by the way. So, honey, when I tell you Dorit, girl, we see each other. Dorit was in that store pulling everything. She was like, girl, I like this. I like this. This would be cute for my daughter. Like, she was going in. I said, again, Dorit, we see each other because, baby, when I get into a store, we listen, like, I'm not looking at any price tags. I like it. I'm buying it. So I said, girl, I get it. So Dorit says that the only difference in her shopping habits now is that she's not buying as much or as impulsively. I said, now, girl, stop. Yes, you are. You're still buying like you're still married to PK. And honestly, you might have more money with PK. You might have more money now than when you were with PK, because PK had you in all sorts of bankruptcies and almost foreclosures, and you were selling things allegedly on Poshmark. So, girl, you actually might be better off solo than with PK. Okay. So she says, as a single mother, her expenses have gone up, but she's hustling her tush off. So she is allowed to treat herself a fair amount, and she is responsible. Now, I don't know about Dorit being responsible. I think, girl, you know, you're not a single woman. Like, you have kids, so it's a bit different. Like with me, I don't have to go as hard because I don't have kids. Like, I can spend because it's just me, right? You have two kids. You have tuition to think about. Like, Miss Mama's, you do need to slow down. Like, not that I should not be telling anybody to slow down because I'm not the best saver. That's one of my biggest flaws. I'm not like money, just, yeah. So, not that I should be giving you any advice, but I'm just saying, girl, you do need to slow it down just a little bit because you do have kids to think about. Okay. So anyhow, you said Dorit is lying to herself. No, she is. She is. Okay. So we see her check out. Now, mind you, Kyle has gone to the jewelry store next door to look for some pieces. And it was cute to see like Rachel Zoe styling Dorit. So Dorit's checking out and her total is $4,589.50. Now Dorit swipes that card. The card doesn't go through. So they're all like, girl, do you have another card to give us? Because this card didn't go through. Like, Miss Mama's, what's going on? So Dorit's like, well, I can give you another card because I'm not getting the text or the email. And she's like, Dorit's getting annoyed. She says she calls her bank. The card finally goes through. She says, it's called fraud alert, people. I'm 3,000 miles away from home. Now, Dorit, listen. Personally, I don't know if I believe the fraud alert, because I know when I shop, when I was at Dior, like, my bank, like American Express, contacted me immediately, and they send you the notification immediately, and it says, if this is you, say yes, and then swipe it again, and it'll go through. The way you were maneuvering on that phone, it was giving me that you were transferring money from your savings to checking. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because you have them. I think that yes, you do have the money, but I don't know if it was fraud alert. Because remember, you had been in the Hamptons already for 2 days before. So your bank, they already knew that you were already 3 miles away, like in my opinion. So and also again, when you get the notification about fraud alert, you just hit that yes and it's good to go. For me, it was giving, I'm in the Bank of America Chase app. Let me move some funds over. That's what it gave me. Again, yes, you do have the money. I'm not knocking you. The funds were there, but I don't know if it was fraud alert, because the way it just took too long for it to be fraud alert, in my opinion. It's like 30 seconds. Okay, boop, yes, and then you just swipe it again and it's fine. Okay, just me. And yes, they do call you with the fraud alert. So, you said, Dorit, what's your status at the bank? So you said when it comes to cards and Amex, you can never fool Brooke. Listen, no, I'm just saying, like, it's no shade, but I'm just saying, is it fraud? Is this you? Are you here? And you say yes, and then you swipe it again, and you're all good. Dorit, the way Dorit was on that phone for a long time, it gave me, let me move some funds over from savings to checking to cover this charge. Yes, it gave transfer from, transfer to, child. If you got a transfer, you technically don't have the money. Well, listen, listen. Hey, you have people who are swiping and they don't have anything in either account, right? So a win is a win. She has the money. If the money's there, you have the money, because you have folks out here who don't have anything. So I'm gonna give Dorit a pass. But Dorit was giving, let me just transfer this real quick. Okay. So you have jokers out here who don't have a dime. So just saying, at least there is money to transfer. You have people who don't have any money to transfer anywhere. So Dorit, I'm gonna be with you on this, but I don't know if it was fraud alert. I think that you did not have enough in the checking and you had to transfer from your savings. Okay. Yeah, she didn't. You said Dorit pulled a Wendy. Well, no, because never mind. Let me not go there. Let me not go. Let me not go there, child. You said let me not go there, child. Oh, let me not go there. Let me not do it, honey. Don't do it today. Because you know what I want to say. But let's not go there, honey. Because I don't need Wendy's people storming this chat, right? Yeah, don't start, girl, okay? So anyhow, we have Rachel is in the jewelry store with Kyle, and she's like, oh my gosh, you should have seen Dorit. Dorit was buying up the whole store. So Kyle's like, oh, really? So now as Dorit is walking out of the store, Dorit sees something else that she wants to buy. And she's like, hey, would you mind charging my card again? I want to add this to my purchase. So now the final total is $4,914.50. So Dorit did some damage, right? So now Dorit walks into the jewelry store to join them, and they're like, oh my gosh, Dorit, what did you buy? So Kyle's like, what was your total? So Dorit waves them away. And I listen, I feel the same way. Unless you want to help me, unless you want to buy my things for me, why are you asking me how much I spent? They don't question Kyle. So I don't know. I feel like Kyle, my parents always said, don't ask how much it is unless you want to pay for it. Because when I was little, I was notorious for wanting to know how much things cost. I was like, oh, like, how much did you spend? My mom would always say, why? Do you want to pay for it? And she would always say, when you get older, you don't ask people, you don't ask your friends how much they spend on something unless you want to pay for it for them. It's none of your business. So I just felt like, girl, it's not your business. So I was happy that Dorit waved them away. Like, girl, move on. Do you want to reimburse me? Do you want to give me the $4,900 that I spent? Unless you want to pay for it, don't ask me how much I spent. That's rude. I don't like that. I'm just like, I see one of y'all saying it's because of the financial situation she's in. I mean, I get that, but I feel if you're so concerned for your friend, then give them the money. Like that's my thing. Don't hit me with that faux concern, right? Because if you're so concerned about my financial situation, then give me some money then if you care so much. But if you don't care, because you know how folks do, folks want to gossip about your situation. So I feel like unless you want to help me financially, put a few bills in my pocket, then don't ask me. Period. Like, I'm just saying. Yes, all she wanted to do is report back to her, exactly, to her mean buddy. Yep, Kyle's spying for PK. Kyle loves to act superior. Now she's going to tell PK all about it. You know she is. Yes, she doesn't care. All she wants to do is gossip, honey. I just said, yes, honey. So we see each other. Yes, thank you. Let's talk about this. I thought Kyle didn't consider Dorit a good friend. Why is she so concerned about her finances? Exactly. You can't have it both ways, honey. If we're not good friends, then don't ask me personal questions. Period. All right. And listen, I grew up with, unless I'm gonna give you some money to help you out because I'm so concerned for you, I'm not going to ask your situation. And the same for me. Unless you're going to help me out and put some money and pay my bills, then don't ask me. So, and nobody questions you on your stuff, Kyle. And if you were so concerned, then you should have bought her stuff at the store then, if you wanted to help a friend out. Yes, if you really care, show me the money. Literally, transfer from your hands to my hands, please and thank you. Yes, I agree. Exactly. So, yup, Kyle says she's not her friend, so stay out of her business. Exactly. Kyle is low-key the ops. Exactly. Yes, the only one who is willing to help Erika with Sutton. Yes, look at what Kyle did to Garcelle. She yelled at Garcelle, didn't pay. Exactly. Yes. So now they're back at the house. And I loved it because we find out that Rachel Zoe's parents are coming over later on. And she has the people from Wolfer Estate, the vineyard, they're having a private wine tasting at the house. If you ever go, please go to Wolfer Estate. Their vineyard is beautiful. Oh my gosh. You want it like one of my favorite things to do every time I'm there. And the fact that they have you could do a private wine tasting at your house. Fabulous. I was like, oh, Rachel Zoe did this Hamptons trip right. So now they're getting ready and we see Kyle outside and she's FaceTiming her daughter to check on her. She's like, hey, Portia, are you going to spend the night with your dad tonight? Portia says, I don't know. So then we see that Boz is FaceTiming Kyle. So she ends the call with Portia, picks up with Boz, and Boz says, hey, girl, how are you? I just wanted to call you because the FOMO is killing me. How's everything going? So Kyle says, oh, yeah, it's going well. Did you see our Instagram stories last night? I had the best time. I danced. Like I had such a good time. And it seemed like they had a good time. So now Kyle says in her confessional that last year, her and Boz struggled to connect on a deeper level. And I said, now, Kyle, I don't like that because you didn't go out of your way to get to know Boz either. And I'm sorry, Kyle, but you have this thing where you feel like all the newbies should bow down to you, especially. So I don't like that about, oh, well, Boz reaching out to me. I appreciate that. But you don't reach out to her. I just don't like this. Like you did the same thing with Garcelle. Garcelle tried to get to know you and you were so cold to her. I don't like how you're making it seem like it's Boz's fault for why you guys weren't close last season, in my opinion. Yeah, you said Boz is kissing the ring. Yes, it's very one-sided. It's very one-sided. So now she says that she appreciates the effort with Boz trying to get to know her separate from Dorit. I said, but again, why is it on Boz to get to know you? Why can't you take the initiative to get to know Boz? Again, I just don't like that I don't like that when we have to go out of our way to let me leave that alone before I get something else started. But I just don't like that. Yeah, okay, we see each other. Yep, everybody says she's the ice queen upon meeting her. Yep, they've all said that. Even Crystal has said that. They've all said that. Kyle's not the girl she thinks she is. Exactly. Kyle expects the new girls to bend the knee and kiss her ring. Exactly. But yeah, I'm not here for that. Why do I have to get to know you? Why do I have to go out of my way to get to know you? Why can't you get to know me? We all see each other, honey. So now they start talking about Dorit. Boz is asking, how does she think this weekend has this weekend been helpful for Dorit? Kyle says, yeah, PK has the kids for the next 4 days. Boz says, oh, really? That's really good. So now Kyle says, well, she is acting kind of, I can't put my finger on it, but when I got to the airport, she was still at home. Then she gets to the airport and she forgot her passport. She doesn't have a real ID. And I don't know if she's manic or OCD, but it's something. Kyle, for you to even put that out there that she might be manic, that's nasty work. Knowing that she's going through a divorce from a horrible man, why would you even throw that out there that she might be unstable mentally? Like, I did not like that at all. For you to even take a dig at her mental health and then you try to justify it by saying, oh, well, when I was going through my separation with Mauricio, Dorit brought up how I stopped drinking and I was working out all the time. I said, no, that's apples to oranges. Somebody pointing out how you stopped drinking, which is a good thing. Somebody saying, oh, you're sober and you're working out more. That's a far cry from you saying, oh, yeah, she might be manic. She might be OCD. I don't know what's wrong with her. No, girl, there's a stigma attached to one and not the other. Stop. This was nasty. And I hope Dorit checks you on that. I said, no, ma'am. Yes, thank you. A manic episode means you need psychiatric help and need to stay at the hospital. Exactly. Manic is crazy work. Yeah, manic and OCD are two different things, though. Yeah, I thought so. Those are medical diagnoses. Exactly. Throwing stones from a glass house. They ain't friends at all. Honey, Kyle got the evil. Oh, child, you said you called her the crip late in life lesbian every time we filmed. Child. Listen, she loves gaslighting. I did not like that. I was really upset to see that. I could not believe her. So now she says, oh, I love how Boz clocked it. Boz says, well, we do know that she's always late. And Kyle's like, but no, this is different. This is different. So now Boz says, the way Kyle's been warning Dorit to watch what she says about PK, I think that she needs to take her own advice about how she's speaking about Dorit, especially during a very contentious divorce. If PK hears this, he might use it against her, and that will be a problem. And Boz is absolutely correct. So now Kyle's like, oh, and another thing, we went shopping earlier today and she was shopping like crazy. So Bo's like, oh, wait, she was? So now Kyle's like, shh, like, keep your voice down. Hold on. You brought the gossip to me. First of all, girl, you're out of order. You are sitting on the steps outside talking about your friend while she's in the house a few feet away from you. You brought this up and now you want to shush me? No, ma'am. I would have cursed you out for that, Kyle. Absolutely not. You brought me the gossip, but I have to be quiet. If you're so concerned, get off the phone with me and talk to Dorit face to face. I was so irritated by that. Oh my gosh. I was so pissed. I was like, girl, who are you talking to? You brought this to Boz, not the other way around. So she goes on to say that she's spending too much money in this situation. Once again, Kyle, if you cared so much about her finances, then why don't you write her a check like a good friend would do? Why don't you write her a check? Why don't you help a friend out? I can't stand people like that. You're so concerned for somebody, but yet you don't want to help them when you could help them. If you have the means to help a friend or a loved one, and it's not gonna hurt you any, and you're so concerned like you claim, then why don't you help them out then? Zell them something, Cashapp them something if you care so much, but you don't care. This is nothing but gossip and fodder for you because you just get enjoyment from watching people suffer, but you don't care that much. Because the thing if you want to help, you would write a check for your friend. I can't stand that. So then Bo says, well, I wasn't worried when she bought the Kelly, because I bought stuff with my advance when I wrote my book. But the challenge is, if she has a looming financial crisis, I get it. Now, I will say Boz looks like the type of friend who would help you if you did need help. Like, she does give me that. Like, I think I could see, I don't mind Boz talking about this because I do feel like Boz would cut a check if Dorit did ask her. Like, I do get that impression. Kyle, on the other hand, she was going to talk about you like a dog and still not help you out. But Boz looks like she would help you out and give you some help, advice along the way. Exactly. Kyle is pocket watching and not even helping. Does Kyle have the money or is she cash poor? You're right, child. I just, yeah, not a fan of Boza. She gives me that she'd help her friend. Yes, she does give me that. Yes, Kyle will laugh at your demise. I agree. Listen, oh, thank you so much. Kyle gonna cut you a check and talk about you behind your back. I don't even think she would do that. I don't think she would do that. I don't think she would give you anything. I think she'll just talk about you behind your back and then tell everybody how you asked her for money. A lose-lose on both ends. So now Kyle says, well, she's used to spending like that, so this is a hard adjustment. So Bo says, you know what? This deserves a conversation about how we can best support her. So Kyle says, yeah, I really don't know. I said, Kyle, if you cared, you wouldn't be talking to everybody about this. You would go directly to Dorit and offer some solutions and not talk behind her back, in my opinion. Sutton and Jennifer Tilly meeting up for lunch. We can kind of skip it. I don't care. I will say, I do want to say this is giving that Sutton still is not over this divorce or this annulment. I still think that there is still some love there on her end, because finding out a few episodes ago that she said that she always thought in her mind that she could still get her ex-husband back. I said, girl, that's delusional. That is pure delusions. That man does not want you anymore. That ship has sailed. But I did make a quick point about every time there's a scene with her and Jennifer Tilly, the conversation is always about Sutton. Like, Sutton is so self-absorbed. Does she ever ask Jennifer Tilly how she's doing? Or is it all about listening to Sutton whine and moan about her life and what's happened? I said, Jennifer Tilly gives me a nice listening ear, but when do you ever talk about Jennifer Tilly? When is it all about her? I just feel like it's too much of Jennifer Tilly being her therapist, but it's not really a friendship. Yes, you said Miss Lex is a desperado. She is a desperado. Yes, it's a one-way friendship. You know she doesn't. I agree. Yes, Sutton is harping on this for a storyline. I agree. Because nobody cares. We're still talking about this. Oh, hey, Cheap 83. Thank you for the super chat. Still not watching Beverly Hills, just here to support you. Thank you. She probably doesn't want to hear it. Tilly has a man and she doesn't. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Yes, the same dynamic with Sutton and Garcelle. I agree. You have me screaming. Yeah, Sutton doesn't realize we don't care about her. Didn't Sutton reveal the friend dating the ex before? I don't recall this info. I don't remember hearing about that either. I could have sworn she said that he had gotten with somebody younger. So I was shocked to hear that this had been that he's now with her friend. I don't know. Again, Sutton, I really don't care about this annulment. I don't care about your ex-husband dating he's now engaged to your former friend. I just don't care. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, this whole storyline is I really could care less. So we can move on. But I do think it's funny that Jennifer Tilly is always the listening ear to Sutton, and Sutton never asked Jennifer Tilly how she's doing, and I don't like that. And Tilly, I need you to address this at the reunion as well. So we now jump over to Erika with her therapist, Dr. Jen, and we see that Erika has a big old piece of chocolate cake. She says that she's going to wait until the session is over to treat herself with the cake. Now, I'm going to say this. We don't have to go over this whole scene. And I have my thoughts about Erika and how she treated the victims of what her ex-husband did. I will say that, Erika, this was the realest that we've ever seen from you. And if you could have given us this in the beginning, I think that it would have gone a long way. I wish that you would have shown this side of you when the whole stuff broke out about Tom and what he did. Had you shown this, I think that we would have been a lot warmer to you. But when you double down on, we don't know if they're victims and I don't give an F about anybody else but me, my life is ruined, crying about the diamond earrings. Had you given us this over that, we would have all been on your side. Because this, Erika, this side of you, this scene was one of your best. I was here when you said, when does it get effing better? Like that was a real moment of you said you feel crushed, like nothing's working out. I'm tired of acting like I'm happy. I'm tired of pretending like I'm okay. When does it get better? That was a real moment. And I wish that you would have given us this a lot earlier instead of waiting until now to give us this. But yeah, I enjoyed this scene. Yeah, it finally humanized her. I agree. Yeah, such an ice queen. It was a really good, it was very relatable. It was really good. Like I was enjoying, I really enjoyed this scene. You sharing the pain that you felt with the abuse that you dealt with in the last relationship. Again, my heart went out to you. Erika, if you can give us this, we want to see this. The whole ice queen persona, that well has run dry. Give us more of this, please. Give us emotions, give us the vulnerability, because baby, like, yeah, this was it. Okay, you said unfortunately, I don't care anymore, or in regards to Erika. I understand. You said the money is dwindling. Child. First time I've seen her as human. Yeah, I know. I agree. The most vulnerable I've ever seen. She was able to let her guard down. Yes, I agree. You said Erika's on her last season. Child. Yes, I like seeing her vulnerable instead of this ice queen. But yes, sharing the pain and stress with all the court cases as a woman, reaching that point and asking yourself, when does it get better? It was relatable. It was relatable. It was relatable. So now we get to, we're back in the Hamptons, and Rachel's parents finally arrive. They're late, an hour and 7 minutes late, right? It was cute getting to meet her parents. She says it's been forever since we've been together as a family, probably since Christmas. So now we see Kyle come down to meet them. Kyle says anytime she sees somebody who still has both of their parents, she's in awe. She says it would have been amazing to still have my mom and dad to lean on when me and Mo first separated. Sometimes I want to pick up the phone and just call my mom. And she says that Rachel's lucky to have her parents. And that is a blessing to have your parents. Especially and they're in their 50s, and that's a feat to still have both of your parents alive and healthy, like past a certain age. So Rachel's very blessed. I will say, Kyle, when you said that it would have been nice to have your parents and then to get advice from your mom when it comes to you and Mo, knowing your mom's track record with marriage, I read The House of Hilton, honey. I have the book right here. I don't know if your mom would have been able to steer you in the right direction when it comes to how to navigate a marriage, but I'm going to just leave that there. So they're waiting on Dorit. Dorit's still upstairs trying to find an outfit. Kyle says that this is so rude. We're not even leaving the house. She's so caught up in her own world, making Dorit's parents wait. Like, who does that? And Dorit, I do have to say, you do need to work on your time management, because you being late is not a good look. It's not cute. It's a bad habit. It's a nasty habit. And it does give the impression that you think that your time is more valuable, and you need to get it together, honey. Like, it's not a good look. It's like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I understand like 10 or 15 minutes fashionably late, but when you're always consistently an hour, 45 minutes late, a half hour late, it's grating. It's very draining. It's so rude. So, Dorit finally comes down 20 minutes later, and they get on the topic of Dorit's divorce. No, yes, them all being divorced or separated. So now Rachel's mom is giving advice. She's like, well, Rachel, your ex isn't a bad person. It should be fine between you two. Rachel Zoe's not trying to hear it. So Rachel Zoe says that her ex-husband was not just a son-in-law to her parents. He was a son. She says that she feels bad for her family because he was their favorite person and hers. So now we jump to Boz, Keely, and Lael in San Diego, because that's where Keely lives. So they get to the restaurant, and like we all clocked, and like you just meant, like one of y'all just mentioned in the chat earlier today, did you notice how the reservation was under both of their last names? That was weird to me. Because generally speaking, it's either under my name, someone else's name. I've never had a situation where it was under both of our names, in my opinion. That was weird. um So he pulls out their chairs, and Boz is like, after my late husband passed away, after Peter's death, it left a lot of absence in our lives. You know, Keely, being with Keely, Lael has an illustration of what chivalry looks like. Boz, you're too smitten. You're too excited over the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. And you should not be so taken by the fact that he pulls out your chair. He should pull out your chair. And it's giving me that you haven't really experienced, and I'm not trying to be funny, but it just feels like you haven't experienced good treatment in a long time. That's what this feels like. Because you're just so excited to say, see, like he pulled out my chair. He's a great man. And see, Lael, he's a great man. He pulled out our chairs. Like it's giving that you're not used to much when you're that taken by the bare minimum, in my opinion. Yes, she's okay. So we see that, okay, the bar is in hell. Listen, yes, applauding a fish for swimming. No, it's very much low expectations. I agree. She's, yes, overcompensating. Okay, we all see each other in the comments. Her daughter has more sense than her. I agree. Listen, I think that Boz, please take it down. Please. Like, that's what he's supposed to do. And you being like, oh my gosh, like he pulled out the chair. We're all just like, yeah, girl, as he should. So they start talking. Boz brings up she's excited about continuing their fertility journey. She says it's disappointing that the embryos didn't make it. Boz, why can't we just have a fun conversation? Why is every conversation leading back to the embryos and the IVF journey? It's enough already. You came all the way out to San Diego with your daughter to talk about this at dinner? Really? That's not fun conversation. Why can't we talk about fun stuff? Why are we talking about this? Like my God, like what is going on? And I'm sorry, Boz, but the majority of us are not interested in this storyline. Like it is no shade. And I have a lot more thoughts, but I'm going to keep it really quiet. I don't want to offend anybody, but I have a lot of thoughts about this whole entire thing anyway. And one of y'all said it a few recaps ago. You said what's on my mind. This whole thing is just, never mind. Let me be quiet. Let me just be quiet. None of this makes any sense. And I'm going to keep it there. None of this makes any sense. So Keely goes on to ask her, let's say this next round of IVF doesn't work. Are you going to want to take a break? So Boz says, I don't know. That will have to be a bigger conversation. A lot of what ifs. The most terrifying what if is the fact that I know that you want a baby and I'm afraid about what if it doesn't happen. Two things here. It's obvious that she's trying to have this baby to keep this relationship, and that's the wrong move. On top of that, what are we talking about here? A 50-year-old man just now decided that he wants children? I want to say something so bad, but I already know that there's going to be somebody who takes it the wrong way. None of this makes any sense. If he wanted a kid so bad, you're telling me that he just realized he wanted a kid at 50? And let's say that is the case. Never mind. I need someone to just to say it for me so that way I'm not the bad guy. I need someone to. No. Thank you. Thank you. You s- can I thank you. Listen, he's an opportunist. Exactly. Listen, thank you. Thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying this. None of this makes any sense. None of this. Thank you for saying this. So that way I don't get in trouble. I appreciate you for telling the truth here. Because what are we talking about? Child, I just, honey. Hey, Cheechin. Thank you for the super chat. Keely really tried it last night. Bo's child, that hat is very cute, Brooke. Thank you so much. Hey, Lola. Oh, hey, Lala. Thank you for the super chat. What about Lael? Why is having a beautiful, bright daughter not enough? I agree. I agree with all of what you guys are saying. I agree with all of what you guys are saying. Thank you all for saying it. We are all on the same page. This is giving that, I'm sorry, Boz, you need to wake up. This is giving opportunist and grifter energy. If a man really wanted a child at his age, he would have had a child by now. Let's call a thing a thing. There are so many desperate women who will do anything to keep a man and will have a baby for a man. He could have had kids a long time ago. So this whole thing about he's waiting on you to bear his child. Let me just be quiet. Let me be quiet. Keely goes on to Keely says, "Well, no matter what, I still want to marry you, and I want to call Lael stepdaughter or daughter one day." I said, "Yeah, we know, we know, because if you marry her, that's cha-ching, jackpot." So yeah, of course, you want to go through with the union, of course. So now she says, I'm glad to hear that. She says, I have to trust what he tells me, but I always wonder if he's going to resent me from keeping him from being a father or feel the need to make it happen without me. Boz, I'm going to say this as kindly as possible. You sound ridiculous. Respectfully. Respect as kindly as I can put this. You sound ridiculous. I don't know why you are so hell bent on trying to marry this man. Can we please just stick to dating? Just have a companion. What is all of this discussion of? Again, Boz, ask yourself, why is a man at 50 years old just now thinking about having a child? Let's think about that. Like let's use our brain. Like I don't know what's not connecting. We can all see it, but you can't. Turn your brain on, please. Child. Oh, y'all are preaching in this chat. Where is her village? You said, why are none of these ladies telling her the truth? This is when we need Lisa Rinna. Boz needs to FaceTime Denise Richards, who was ordered to pay her ex $5,000 a month for temporary spousal support, as well as $30,000 in attorney's fees. A mess. I just saw that. I just saw that news before we got on. I am sick for Denise Richards. Honey, you said her daughter is too young to call her mama out too. The behavior that Boz is showing is very insecure. I agree. I agree. There always has to be struggle black love on TV. Honey, I'm telling you, 5,000 a month to a man, I'd be sick. Listen, I know the fact that he abused her and she still has to pay him is wild. It's wild. Yes, Boz has the money to pay for a background check on any man she dates. She clearly did not do it for Keely. A mess, y'all. So this is where I lost it. I absolutely lost it. Keely says out of his mouth, in the big scheme of things, there are a lot of what ifs in life. One of my biggest fears is, what if I lost my source of income or I lost my job? How would you still feel about me? I don't plan on becoming a bum or a deadbeat, but what if I couldn't do that? A man asking you any sort of hypothetical where he's going to be down and out, that is a man that you run from. I'm telling you right now, that should not even be a thought or a question in a man's mind to even ask you. If a man is asking you that, that means he don't like you. Because when a man wants you, he wants to be your hero. He would never have you looking at him in a horrible, weak light. He would never put himself in that position. He wouldn't even want you to even think of him of being, you know, a bum or whatever. He wants to be your hero. He wants to impress you. When a man wants you, honey, he will tell you that he'll be like, oh yeah, I just closed on these deals. I closed on a $10 million deal. When a man wants you, the way he will peacock for you, and he will put his best foot forward. A man giving you sob stories, giving you hypotheticals where he might be going under, down and out, might be broke. You better run. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? He is sitting up there trying to get her ready. He's trying to prime her just in case. Boz, and you didn't catch it at all. You were sitting there saying, well, I still, I like you for you. Boz, it's time to grow up. It really is. I was so mad. Honey, I was so mad at Boz's answer. I was so mad at Boz's answer. She said, well, I love you for you, and I think you provide more for me than financial security. But if you stop doing those other things, then we'll have a problem. From what it looks like and what it sounds like, Boz, it sounds like you make more money. You're the breadwinner anyway in this relationship. Talk about, oh, well, I don't look to you for financial security, and you give me other things besides money. Absolutely not, Boz. Boz, I'm so sorry, but Boz, at your big age, I wanted to jump through that TV. I was short-circuiting. I said, Boz, that is the wrong answer. And the way your daughter looked at Keely when he said that, she was like, sir, what? Excuse me? And you talk about, oh, well, I still love you for you. Girl, what? When I tell y'all, yeah, who taught you, Boz? Nobody did. Boz is talking about fertility, and he's talking about being jobless in front of her daughter. I wanted to scream, honey, you and I both. Someone said this live to Boz, SOS. Women like Boz scare me. Honey, I'm telling you, it's a wrap. Baby, pure foolishness. Pure foolishness. I still love you for you and that job. This is crazy. She pretty much said, we will survive on love. Her daughter looked embarrassed. She was looking down. She sure was. For the love of God, do not give this man children. No, this is crazy. It's as if nothing he said even registered. The desperation of it all, honey. Listen, I'm telling you, what about her daughter? Anything could change after the marriage. Listen. If I was a daughter, I would be like, let's go sit down with our people tomorrow. Make sure he can't touch my inheritance. The daughter was the only one with sense at that table. What does Keely do? I don't know what he does. I've asked several times and nobody's been able to tell me. Yep, that's all she's gonna say, because she tried to clap back at the reunion saying about, oh yeah, the viewers hating on me, just leave me alone, leave me and my man alone, I'm in love. So I said, okay, girl. So yeah, somebody does send her this, I'm sure she's gonna be upset saying we're hating and why can't a Black woman to support another Black woman? Just a mess. Because remember with with the whole Fantasia thing that we talked about last week, I had people talking about, oh, why can't you just uplift a black woman? Why you got to tear a black woman down and all this stuff? So you still have you still have a lot, unfortunately, who are very lost, and they're under the illusion of, you know what I want to say, but a lot are still lost, just happy to have a man. Just happy to have any man will do, as long as he's breathing and has two working legs and a working penis. They don't care. That's all. That's it, and that's all. And God forbid you call out the desperation of it all. Now you're a hater. Yes, yes. Listen, honey. It's ridiculous. Boz, your answer was unacceptable. Keely, the fact that you would even bring that sort of hypothetical up tells me exactly who you are. And his body language was so weird, because he was like, well, I'm not going to be a deadbeat or anything. I'm not going to be a bummer or anything. I don't plan on losing my job. Yeah, because I was just saying, in case I lose my job, will you still be down for me? But his whole body language, his demeanor was weird. And then when he said, well, I still plan on running my businesses. Yeah, my businesses. I said, wait, what business do you have? He sounded a fool. No, that laugh was crazy. No, that laugh was, go back and rewatch that scene. The nervous laughter, he kept saying, yeah, because I don't plan on being a deadbeat. I was like, excuse me? Brooke, the impersonations. Go back and watch. Tell me I'm lying. If you watch that scene, tell me I'm lying. Do I not sound just like him? That laugh gave it all away. He was talking about something. Well, I don't plan on losing my job. I was just like, what is going on? Yeah, he got plans. He gonna be up there. Wait, were you in the chat yesterday? You said they're gonna be up there in Oneida selling spoons. Oh no. So he goes on to say, I'm gonna continue working though. I'm gonna continue working. I'm gonna have my businesses. I like having my own money though. I said, what grown man needs to say I like having my own money? That should be a given. That should be a given. The laughter of a bum. I'm telling you. Honey, he was talking about, oh my gosh. You said, Brooke, stop it. If he has these alleged businesses, why would he be unemployed? Sounds like the CEO of nothing, the spoons of it all, honey. Listen, honey, okay, I'm not lying. I know I'm not going crazy. He was sounding just like that. My businesses. Oh my gosh. Brooke has me crying. Do you have your own money, sir? Thank you. Keely testing his bumness. What 50-year-old man says, I like having my own money? Exactly. It's right up there with wanting a child at 50. He's had plenty of chances. Why now? Thank you. The way he was shifting in his seat as he was saying it, he was like, oh, I don't plan on being a deadbeat though. I don't plan on losing my job. The way he was moving in his seat, I was like, oh my Lord. I said, Boz, if you don't get up from this table, take your daughter and go back to Beverly Hills and leave this man alone. Leave him where he's at. This makes no sense. Go back and watch the scene again. He was shifting in that seat. I was like, oh my gosh, baby, go back and watch it. He was like this. He was moving all around in that and then laugh. It was bizarre, honey. Listen, child, a mess. A mess. A hot mess. He was giving slapstick. Oh my gosh. He was shifting in that seat. He was shifting and laughing, and the shoulders are moving like this, and the fake laugh. A mess. Moving like the tilt-a-bum. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Y'all better stop it. You said I'm hollering in this hair salon. No, I'm serious. He was go back and rewatch the scene. He was moving like this. He's like, I don't plan on being a bum. I like my own money because I do have a job. And he's he looked crazy. He looked so you said he looked so greasy. You said he looked so greasy and bald. Oh my gosh. Y'all have me screaming, please. Oh my gosh. You said, Brooke, please stop. I cackled so loud I scared my cat. Oh my gosh. All right, let me move on, honey. Y'all said he's moving like a damn teacup ride at Six Flags. Yes, he was. He Oh my gosh. He was moving his body for that 95,000, honey. No, that's how he was sounding. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not exaggerating. Y'all swear I'm exaggerating. I promise you. Go back and watch the scene. He literally says, I don't plan on being a deadbeat or nothing. I'm not gonna be lazy. I'm gonna still keep my job though. And he's like, ha, 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 ha. Like, I promise you, he literally sounded just like that. Go back. I promise you. Watch the scene, come back to me in the comments and say, Brooke, you were right. He sounded just like that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. You said he sounded just broke and dusty. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all need to stop trying to convince us he's not a bum. My God, Brooke has me hollering. I'm serious. Oh my goodness. Let me stop before Boz gets really upset and really tries to shut this live down. So, anyhow, we're back in the Hamptons and it's the last scene of the episode and they're on their way to dinner. So Rachel, Zoe, they're talking about meeting guys. Kyle says, yeah, you can meet people in the wild, at the market, on a plane. She shares a story of how she was on a plane and she sat next to this guy. They were talking, chopping it up on the plane. And the next thing she knows, he hands her a note. He wrote her on the napkin asking her to shower with him at the airport. He said, you can either go home to your family or you could be with me at the airport lounge, in the airport lounge shower. I said, oh, okay. I said, all right. I said, look at Kyle. So Rachel's like, oh my gosh, really? She says that is kind of creepy, but if he's hot, that could be fun. So now they're at the restaurant and, they're ordering their food, ordering their drinks. And Rachel says that today is the craziest anniversary for her. It's been exactly 1 year since her life blew up, since her and Roger, her ex-husband, broke up their marriage. She says, the day that it happened, he was in Aspen, and then whatever happened, I just split open. So I like how Dorit was like, girl, I need you to stop talking in code. What does that mean? Okay. What do you mean by, whatever happened? Like, get to the point. So she says, we got into a fight and I was like, I'm done. She says the last 2 years of their marriage were crazy. But some things happen that force your hand. That week, August 3rd of 2024, it made it really easy to go. So Kyle's asking, did you find out that the grapevine, did he confess something to you? Rachel says he told her. Now, let me say, Rachel, it's clear that he was cheating, right? That's what you were alluding to. Kyle, let me say this, though. How dare you question Rachel about the matters of her divorce and was it due to infidelity when you still won't answer the question about Mauricio? Andy asked you 2 reunions in a row. Was the divorce, did the separation, was that caused by infidelity? Was there cheating in your marriage? There have been rumors of him cheating and stepping out. Yes or no? You have still never answered the question. You talked in circles in seasons 13 and 14 and said, well, some stuff happened and I lost, he broke my trust. You have yet to confirm or deny if he cheated on you. We still don't know the answer to that. We are still speculating. How dare you ask her, poke and pry and prod about what happened in her marriage? I said, wow, the audacity, Kyle, when you're so tight-lipped about what happened between you and Mauricio. I just, okay, we all see each other. I just said, if I were in Rachel Zoe, if I were you, I would have said, okay, girl, I'll tell you mine, but you got to tell me yours. I'm a big believer in, if you want my tea, you got to tell me something too. It's going to be a tit for tat. Okay. I show a little something, you show me some of yours. Okay. Like, just saying, because I don't believe in me telling my business and you walk away scot-free without telling yours. You got to give me in order to get something. Okay. Yeah. I would have said, you go first. Exactly. So now she says that she was at Brian Atwood's birthday. She had come home. There was a call. She saw red and just hung up. She said that when they were married, she never looked at his phone one time, never considered it. Again, Rachel, I thought that you were also talking in code about finding out that he had another woman on the side. Just say it, girl. Like, all this talking in circles around it. My God. So she says that, Kyle goes on to ask if he apologized or cried. Rachel says, no, he didn't do any such thing. Rachel says a lot of people were like, did he tell you just because he wanted to hurt you? And Dorit says, oh, you think he told you because he didn't feel guilty? Rachel says, yeah, no, he told me to hurt me. He wanted a reaction. That's nasty work. And Rachel, I'm praying that you don't have to pay him any money out of this divorce. I am praying that this man does not ask you for a dime. So Dorit is asking, what do you think happened? Was he always insecure? Rachel says, yeah, no, he was always secure, but he got insecure until the last 6 or 7 years of our marriage. When we first got together, he was an investment banker. We both lived in New York. I was starting off as a stylist. I'd be gone for 3 weeks at a time. He was so secure and supportive. People would always ask him, aren't you worried? She's around all these supermodels, all these actors, etc. And he would always say to people, if they can have her, if they can get her, they can have her. She said it worked because she never cheated on him. She would flirt. So now we find out that 4 years into the relationship, she did fool around with this model because he was really cute. And she did tell Roger and she felt bad. And then she said the next day he proposed to her. So Kyle's like, wait, what? What kind of marriage are you setting yourself up for? You sort of set the precedence, you cheated on him and he cheated back, girl. Like, what are you talking about? So, I was a bit surprised to hear that. I mean, apparently, I guess you guys weren't that secure if you cheated before you guys got engaged. I don't know. I mean, but then again, Kyle, you're not really one to judge anybody, especially with how you grew up. And for you to act so appalled hearing about Rachel Zoe cheating before they got engaged, baby, I read the book. I read House of Hilton. And I read the story about how Big Kathy allegedly got with you and, your father and Kim's father, because you guys have the same father. Kathy is from the first marriage. Okay. I read that story back cover to cover. I don't know if I'd be judging anybody about anything, because the way you grew up and your mama's past is scandalous, and that's being nice about it. I said, if I were you, I would just sit there and eat my food quietly. On top of that, we still don't know the ins and outs of what happened between you and Mauricio while you were married. So if I were you, I would just keep quiet. So, yeah, Rachel has nothing on Big Kathy. Exactly, honey. Exactly. Yeah, I keep it real tight-lipped. Exactly, honey. Okay. I said, girl. And also, Kyle, you sat up there. Thank you. Thank y'all for bringing up Morgan. Do we need to bring up Morgan again? Because, honey, you have no right to be appalled. I agree. It's like, girl, you had a whole relationship with Morgan while you were still married. So if I'm just saying, sis, if I were you, you have no right to give Rachel the side eye about anything. Because between your upbringing, between your marriage and the rumblings about you and Mauricio and then you and Morgan, I wouldn't say too much. Yeah, so Big Kathy was married 4 times. 4 times. And Kim and Kyle's father is her second husband. And Kathy's father is the first husband. A mess. And he was a deadbeat, according to the book. A deadbeat father. So, yes, Kyle thinks she's different because they haven't filed for divorce. You said strapping and judging. I'm screaming. Kyle got a whole open marriage, okay? No, just Kim and Kyle. They have the same parents. Kathy has a different father. Same mom, different father. Also, Kyle admitted in season 5 that she turned her engagement ring around when she saw Mauricio at a party, so she shouldn't be talking. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. I believe that Kyle cheated on Mauricio. That's why she won't say what's going on. Ooh. Oh, yeah, honey. Married 4 times. 4 times. And again, according to the book, she was someone, according to the book, allegedly, she was someone who she shot her shot with men, very aggressive with men, very much, I want you, you're mine. Didn't very, yeah. Read the book. We'll talk one of these days. Read the book. According to the book, allegedly, very much so, shooting her shot with men. Child, yes. Yes. Yes, no, please get it. Should be at your local library. Pop the book out and give us a chapter. Okay, you know what? I did that years ago. I did that like 3 years ago or 4. This is when I had like less than 20,000 subscribers. And I remember I did do a reading of the book. And oh my gosh, all of a sudden, all these like Kathy fans and like big Kathy apologists came into the chat saying, well, it's just a book and you don't know how true it is. And so like it kind of killed the whole vibe. But I do feel like if I did it now, I have moderators now, so they would just take them all, they would just remove them. But yeah, the last time I did do a live about the book. Yes, you did it back in 2022. I remember. Yes. That's around the time I found your channel. Yes, I remember. You just run this back, please. Okay, I'll run it back. We can do a whole live on it again this time. But yeah, honey, we had people saying, oh, how do you know that it's real? Or it was so bizarre. Like, who knew that, people were riding so hard for a Big Kathy and everybody? It was bizarre. So now Rachel goes on to say that people are allowed to change. He made it very clear that he was very happy with who he's become. I thank him for that, because if not, I'd be spending another 6 years waiting on somebody that I once knew who's never coming back. So they toast to a good trip. And that is the end of the episode. That's the end of the episode. But yeah, I thought that it was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed the scenes with Erika. I short-circuited at that scene with Boz and Keely, honey. Boz, I need you to wake up. I really do. I'm saying this out of concern. Please do not get swept up in a fantasy. Please, a fantasy and a facade. You have worked too hard. And you've said it yourself that you turn your brain off when you're in love. And you also revealed that the guy before Keely was a bum. You and Jennifer Tilly were exchanging stories of how y'all were slipping your bums, your credit cards underneath the table and propping men up. So I just need you to turn your brain on and use it. Please. No, you're right. She's no different than people who sent her men. I agree. Hey, Stacey Ann, thank you for the super chat. She really shouldn't marry him. If she must, then she needs to have an ironclad prenup. Thank you. For the love of God, do not give this man a baby. I agree. Hey, love, calm, peace. Thank you for the super chat. My thing was, oh, is why the hell would you lose income? Exactly. That's my question. That's my question. I want to know this too. If you have a great job, if you have all these businesses, why would you lose income all of a sudden? It's not making sense. Any man who's giving you this kind of hypothetical is setting you up for failure. Hey, bougie girl K, thank you for the super chat. Boz is a bag that he will always have, yes. And she wants to hold on to him by any means necessary. A baby doesn't keep a man. The girls will learn. Yes, they will learn. They'll have to learn a painful lesson. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Any man that's above 45 should take it as a threat of bodily harm if their partner wants somebody to become pregnant. Agreed. Hey, the life of Samad, thank you for the super chat. Quad and Bo sharing storylines, rage baiting. Yes, yeah, very similar storylines. Hey, Donna Ferg 75, thank you for the super chat. They both only have egg yolk. Oh my gosh, Donna, don't get me in trouble. Oh my, no, okay, no, wait, hold on, y'all. I'm not for the folks who watch the replay. I'm reading Donna Ferg's super chat. I didn't say this. Donna said they both only have egg yolks. Donna, if you get me in trouble, Donna, why would you do this? Oh my, Donna, come to the front. Why would you do this? You said call the bank. Oh Lord, Donna said I'll make it plain. Donna ain't come to play. Oh Lord, Donna, if they come for me. No, I had to let the folks know. I didn't say it. Donna said it. I didn't say it. Donna, don't get this live shut down either. Oh my gosh. Hey, bougie girl K, thank you for the super chat. This conversation reminded me of the beginning of Todd and Candy, then later conversations about how much he spent on Riley. Pick me's. Yes. Hey, OMG Steph, thank you for the super chat. Boz is quick to call Amanda a scammer, but her man is a walking scammer grifter. Yes, it's disappointing since she was a big-time executive and portrays a boss. But a lot of these boss women are very desperate. A lot of boss women have that desperate energy when it comes to men, unfortunately. Hey, Liz Angela, thank you for the super chat. That man's telling on himself. It sure is. Hey, Lindsay Collier, thank you for the super chat. Garcelle was our blueprint. She dated, yes, but she never showed desperate. Yes. Garcelle showed us the power in being Black, single, and successful. I agree. Hey, Lala, thank you for the super chat. See how it was a conversation about cheating that triggered Kyle? People always telling themselves, you're right. She did tell on herself. There definitely was cheating because the way she was so upset when that came up in conversation with her and Dorit and Rachel Zoe. Hey, Tanya Tells, thank you for the super chat. Loving the vibe, reminds me of Rhythm Nation. Thank you. Also, we need a book club. Listen, Tanya, I'm going to do a live dedicated to the House of Hilton, and we will talk about it in depth. And we will not have any trolls because we have Jameer, Ayana, Biomiss, Osman, the Dime 10 Diva, and Dorothy on deck. So we have a nice team going on to get the trolls out. But yes, we will do a book club for the House of Hilton. Child, I'ma show Boz the same black solidarity she showed Garcelle. None. Child, that sounds exciting. I will have my snacks and drinks already. You said include me. Yeah, no, we'll do it. We'll do a live all about the book, okay? Oh no. You said on Dana Wilkie's review this morning, it was supposed to be a nice scene with Boz and her family, but ended up being really weird, and Boz has reached the end of this relationship, laughing my ass off. Yeah, so we have a full team on deck. I think Alex might have a copy too and did some lives, maybe a duo live reading. That would be fun. That would be really fun to talk about it with Alexander Rogers. Boz has to be smarter than this at her big corporate jobs, right? Well, I mean, I'm sure, but when it comes to men, a lot of women are very stupid for men. A lot of women are desperate. A lot of women are desperate, and it's really concerning. Oh, you said show the same solidarity she showed her employees. My God. I'm in for the reading. All right, we can set up some time and do like sometime in March, do a live talking about the book. Yes, I'm teaching my daughter. She's in first grade. Good. Start them young. Start them young. Okay. One of y'all said that your I think 8-year-old daughter heard me like you were playing me and she heard me in the background and she heard me when I said like if he has one he need you know if you have one he needs to have two, and she was going around the house saying that, and you said you were laughing so hard, and I wrote back to you, I was like, train them up young, honey. So I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, March is on Sunday. Let me mark that my calendar. I can't miss that. Yes, honey. Train up a child in the way they should go, honey. It's true. I'm so glad we're reading the book club with Brooke. Well, yeah, but just make sure that you guys like, please, guys, if you can get it from the library, get it. Because I know that the book was like, I paid what, 60 for the book or 50 for the book, but now the book has gone up to $400 because they really don't want people to read it. And I remember how it was rumored that Kyle and Kathy and Kim had bought up all the books so that nobody could even buy the book. So if you can get it, if you can get the book for free, please get it at the library. I don't want you guys to have to spend, you know, $60, $100, $300 on the book. Yeah. Okay. You found the book on Kindle. Okay. Yeah. They don't want the truth out there. I found the book on Kindle. Yeah. The book was going, the last time I checked, it was going for 400. And then one of y'all said that it was going for 490, almost 500. Yeah. They don't want people to read the book. They shouldn't have come into the public eye. Very true. You said I'll get the Kindle version. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, no, the book is one of y'all said it was going for almost 500. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's going for $44 on eBay. It's going for it's going for Yep, it's going for $418 on Amazon. $418 on Amazon. The title is called The House of Hilton, and the author is Jerry Oppenheimer. My library does not have it, but they got Paris's book suspicious. I'm going to look and see if they have it on Kindle. You can be my audiobook on that day. You said, don't give me a mission to get many of these books and make it available for free. I'm screaming. Yes, honey, it's $418 on Amazon. If you have a library card, you can download audiobooks or books, put them on your Kindle. It's $11 on Kindle right now. Okay. I would say, yeah, get it on Kindle then. If you don't mind reading it, on your phone or on your iPad or something, or your MacBook, get it on Kindle. But if you want a physical copy of the book, it's going for $400. eBay selling it for $44. It's already in some sites for free. This is a live would be great because we don't have to buy it. Yes, the sirens are always right on time. I know you heard that. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? I noticed that every time I go live, that's when everything is so noisy. Any other time, my street is nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. Any other time, the minute I go on live, the sirens come on, so the ambulance is blaring. But any other time, watch, when I get off live, it's going to be back to quiet, no cars. But the minute I come on live, that's when it's a big parade and everybody's screaming and hollering, and you hear siren. It's the funniest thing. But just because. But any other time, I'm not on live, just whatever, just chilling, quiet as a church mouse. You can't hear, you can't make it up. That's when these people sang the sirens. They can feel the fraud. I'm screaming. I wish I would give $500 to MAGA. um, that's the hardcover price of paper. Okay, yes, the paperbacks. Yes, you're right. You're right. The paperbacks are no. Okay, no. Amazon Kindle is $11.99. The hardcover is $74.93. The paperback is $4.18. Yes. Yes. But no, the hardcover is $74. So yes, it's like right. It's like every time you have to be on the phone, that's when your street's all noisy and it's all this noise. Any other time, it's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. Yes, you had to record an audition reel. All of a sudden now it's yeah. Oh, they all like Keely on the after show. Okay. Well, listen. Well, you know what it is? I think that sometimes people recognize that you women don't want to hear anything about they don't want to hear anything. So it's like it's easier to say, you know what, girl, he's great, happy for you, right off into the sunset. So I'll listen to it on the iPod, my Nene voice. You said they're all desperados. They're all a bunch of pick-me's anyway. I agree. If you like it, I love it. Yep, good for them. Audiobook is free. If you have a local library card, I will find it. Oh, okay. Well, I will say though, I would like for like a nice chunk of y'all to read the book if you want to. I'm not saying, but I'm saying that it would be more fun if like more of y'all have read it because that way I can get like your thoughts on certain things. Do you know what I'm saying? So not saying that you have to. I'll still do the live whether or not you read it or not. But it would be fun if a few of y'all do read it so that way I can just we can bounce off thoughts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I do want my copy. I'll find one. You said, come on, book club. I'm a reader. Maybe take a poll. I totally get the Kindle version. The Kindle version is $11.99. The Kindle version is $11.99. So just throwing that out there. Yes, Kyle's airport story proved our point. If a man wants you, he will look crazy, thirsty, weird, and do whatever it takes just to get a shot. Exactly. I'll just buy the audiobook, Brooke, you sold me. Oh, okay, cool. Download it. Oh, you download. Okay, yes. Okay, you download. Okay, good. I'm so happy. Please, yeah, read it. Because it's a lot more. This book is a lot more fun talking about it when you've read it, because you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, OMG. So it's a very good read, honey. When I tell you that author broke it all the way down, honey, I mean broke it all the way down. Yeah, so we can have a dialogue. Exactly. If you can, put the Kindle link in the description. Here, hold on. Wait. Yeah, just giving. I've been wanting to read it. This gave me a reason. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Yeah, I think yes. Jesse has this is the title, y'all. This is the author, Jerry Oppenheimer, House of Hilton. It's on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle, $11.99. No, for real. I mean, the story of how she got with their father, Kim and Kyle's father, was wild. Wild. Okay. I was like, oh my, crazy. You said you're reading now? Okay, good. We are doing this. So from what I gathered, I feel like the author, he was in the circle. he didn't know them like intimately, but I believe that he was in the circle and he knows so much about the family, right? Like I think he knew Conrad Hilton, like the grandfather, but I don't know if he didn't know, I don't think he like knew Big Kathy all like that, but he was in the mix. He was in the mix. And baby, when I tell you, he got all of the tea. And he even goes into the way Kathy and Rick met, Rick Hilton, that part really blew me. Yeah, that their union reminds me a lot of Magic Johnson and Cookie. Because if you know the story behind that, it's not a love story. That's another couple that I want to talk about. Another, like a mess, a mess. Yeah, the book is really good. Yes, you can we we'll talk. When we do the live, we'll talk. We'll talk. Child. You said, let me get into this book then. The book start with the book starts with a family tree, honey. They break it all the way down. So that way you're not confused when you yeah. Mm-hmm. You didn't read her book. So you didn't read Cookie's memoir. You didn't listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Foolishness. 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 We'll talk. We'll talk about that another day. We'll talk about that another day. Yeah, oh, come on, Nikki. Come on, Nikki. Desperado. You read the book. You read the book. Full pure foolishness. Child. I think the book is called yes, short left her at the altar twice, broke off their engagement twice, and then came around after full pure foolishness. Child. Yeah, it's called Believing in Magic. Yes. Yes. They only dated for 2 or 3 months in college. So this whole idea that they were college sweethearts, that's not true at all. That's not true. It's just she couldn't let it go. That's not yeah, yeah. Broke off their engagement twice. Had her literally about to she had to get therapy. She almost had to check herself into a hospital. Like foolishness. It is don't let the good folks rewrite history. Read her memoir. I was shocked that I was like, she's admitting this on paper. Yes, you just reserved Believing in Magic at the library. Okay, please read it and come back to me when you're done. Please read it. Honey, yep, even after he got her friend pregnant. No, that's what I thought. I thought they were college sweethearts. No, they were not. It was just casual dating for a few months. That's it. She put it all in her book, honey. A mess. Yeah, he made no bones about that. Like he was very clear. He was very clear that it was a short fling and he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He made no like he wasn't hiding that. Yep. They don't care. They just want that man so bad they don't care. Yes. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was. Mm. You said your mom met him in an elevator? Child. No, not at all. It's never worth it. If child, let's just all I'm gonna say is when I read House of Hilton, their stories are parallel about just read the book. Just read the book. Yeah, he was dating everybody. Like he was dating everyone. Read her book, Believing in Magic. Read her book. I was shocked when I read it. I was like, this is not what I thought at all. Yep. 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 But no, she put herself through it. You don't chase a man, and when a man rejects, and you don't allow a man to reject, you never let a man tell you more than once that he doesn't want you. So we have to put the blame also, she has to be responsible for her actions too. She put herself through it. A man has one time to tell you he doesn't want you, and you need to be out the door for life. You don't let a man keep rejecting you again and again and again, and you don't chase after a man. Oh, Peter's out. You said Peter's out of jail. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Read, read, read her memoir next, please. So that's how I felt too when I was like, oh, so yeah, that was exactly how I felt when I finished her book. I said that's exactly how I felt, honey. Child. Yep. Cancel their wedding twice. Cancel their wedding twice. Mm, mm. They're both bad because you don't sit there and chase a man. That's a violation. Second, and also you don't allow a man keep rejecting you. The minute a man is not interested in you, that's the end of it. He needs to be you're out of his life immediately. Period. Period. It's mm, listen. Child, we'll be here all day. Yep, he has to want you more no matter what. Exactly. Exactly. But y'all, we'll be here all day. But let me know when you guys have like if you're reading the book, and then we'll set up a time to do like a cute little book club live for House of Hilton. Okay. But y'all, I do want to quickly talk about Traitors. As y'all know, last night was the finale and the reunion. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Both were underwhelming. We already knew that Rob was going to win. I mean, the way they set it up, he was a shoo-in. I'm happy that Maura made it to the end with him because I was so happy to see her face fall and crack when she realized that she made the biggest mistake of her life. I was so happy to see her like, oh, wait, what? You're a traitor? Really? I was so happy. I said, good. That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. I'm so happy that he turned on Eric. I felt no sympathy for Eric. That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. You sitting up there following Rob like he's, just the end all be all, and you played yourself. So quick to throw all the other, all the black people and all the other people of color under the bus to follow, and look what happened. He turned on you like we all knew he would, and now you're out. I was so happy to see it. I didn't feel any way. Yep, they all got what they deserved, honey. They gave it to Rob on a silver platter. They gave it to him on a silver platter, honey. Yep, Maura is a pick-me. Yep, the Wonder Twins remain clueless. Yes, look what said. No, it's the truth. That's exactly what that was. And he's dating somebody else now. A mess. Yep. I said good for Maura. Yep. Listen, my daughter and I were laughing at all of them. Yep. Tara and Johnny gave her everything. Yep. And she still got played. At some point, I thought they'd follow Tara, but no. It was rumored. Child. Rob's face. Yep. The way he was so smug about the thing at the reunion, just for him to say he's in a relationship. I agree. Yeah. Maura wanted to sleep with that man. Just a fool. Oh, it was dripping from her, honey. When I tell you she was infatuated with Rob. You said a bunch of damn fools. When they were in that helicopter, Maura could not contain herself. Oh my gosh, listen. When I tell you they looked like they were on a date, it was giving The Bachelor or Bachelorette. It was giving like, the finals of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, because they were in that helicopter. His arm was around her to make sure she didn't fall out the helicopter. And she was grinning from ear to ear, honey. She's like, oh, I'm about to win this with me and my man. She just knew it was going to be her and Rob running off into the sunset. And now, not only did he fool you once, fooled you twice. He is a new woman now. I said, that's what you get, Maura. I was happy. I was so happy. Yes, honey. She just knew they're going to run off into the sunset, honey. The smugness on that man's face was so gross. Yes, honey. I forgot. I was like, is this Traitors or is this The Bachelor, Bachelorette? Hey, Dark Child 99. Thank you for the super chat. Rob won due to Steven and Mark being, yes, comforted by his gender. Colton, Tara, and Johnny enamored by his beauty. Eric, Kristen, and Natalie ignorantly captivated by his race. And Maura, all of the damn above. Yes, I agree. Maura was addicted, honey. Looked a whole fool. I low-key don't think that girlfriend is new. I don't think so either. Rob lies so much. He probably had a girlfriend when he was already on the show. His smugness is gross. Yeah, Rob literally ruined his image. I think he had her in the tuck. Oh, I do too. I think that Rob already had a girlfriend walking into the show. Honey, she was thirsting. And Rob is cute. Rob is cute. He was cute on Love Island. He's still cute now. But I don't like the way he played the game. I don't like how they all just were so enamored by him. That was really annoying. I love how Tiffany at the reunion was like, girl, I did not think he was cute. I did not think he was hot. I was not falling for the okie doke, honey. This reunion to me, I don't know what it is about the Traitors reunions, but they just fall kind of flat. The energy wasn't giving. I don't know maybe it's because it's too many people on stage. Maybe that's why the reunions kind of fall flat on Traitors. But yeah, the reunion didn't do it for me. It was a bit of a flop. I'm sorry, but Andy can't host like that no more. Yeah, and Andy was getting annoyed. He was okay, let's move on. And it was like the best parts where he would say, let's move on. I was annoyed by that. Andy blocked all the drama that was going to happen. Yeah, it was really boring. Yes, it's too many people. People need more time. It is too many people. That's true. I don't think it's because of that, because Love and Hip Hop reunions used to be everything. That's true. The energy is just not there. You said his pretty privilege allowed him to skate on by. It was handed to him. There were too many elephants in the room to be that short. I agree. Yeah, Andy was over it. He was. We needed Boston Rob and Bob the drag queen to host. Andy was moving along Claudia. Can no one else host? When I tell you, it seems like Andy has the monopoly on hosting, honey. It's giving that he's too afraid to let anybody else get some shine. Listen, I'm not surprised though. The way folks hold on tight and they gatekeep, and the way they, it is what it is. All you can do is laugh, honey. Because the way he is determined to host everything under the sun, honey, he doesn't want to give anybody else any shine. And if he does, it's somebody like Anderson Cooper or someone else just like him. But when it comes to somebody else, I didn't even have a drink and I'm talking with loose lips. Yeah, remember, Traitors is on Peacock, and Peacock is under NBC Universal, just like Bravo. They're sisters. Child, okay. He even hosted the Love Island reunion. Yes, he did. Okay, all right. You feel exactly what I'm saying, honey. All right, listen. Peacock is free with Instacart. Oh, really? Oh, well, I'm tired of. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I have my Instacart account, and I'm on there every other day, it feels like. So okay, I can cancel this other one and get my free Peacock with Instacart then. Oh, listen, this is that conversation that we talk about off camera. Yes, very much that. I am well aware of that. I am well aware of that. Okay, I am well aware. But you know what's so beautiful though? You know why I don't worry about anything? Because God is good, honey, and he can bust open the doors and he can move people out the way. That's why I don't worry about anybody. And we talked about this before. You should never worry about gatekeepers, because God will bust down the door and he'll put you in the room even if folks have that door locked shut. He can move people out the way. So don't ever worry about anything. Don't ever worry about anything, honey. Listen, honey, don't ever worry. I'm telling you, this is for everybody. Don't ever worry about anybody trying to lock you out of a door, because God can put you through the door. Don't ever worry about it. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. Oh, that's the conversation we talk about off camera, honey. So but yes, what you said is the truth. And that I'm glad that other people see it too, because I peeped it a long time ago. Yeah, honey. Yes, God will open the floodgates. He sure will. Yes, honey. Let God handle it. Exactly. Yes, I thought that was weird how I forgot Ron was there. That was really weird. Ron didn't say anything. And Ron didn't say anything. I was like, wow, that was so weird to me. Yes, listen, it's true. I'm a living testimony of that. Doors will open. No, they will open. Honey, they will open. Oh, you said, Brooke, did you see Nene's response about her new man? She must watch your lies. Oh, let's talk about that for a minute. I just want to say, Nene, God bless. If you want to keep seeing the man, see him. That's all I have to say about that. Nene was talking about I'm just dating, and y'all are doing all this and blase, and it wasn't a big kiss, it was a peck. We were just having fun. That's not my boyfriend. We're just dating. And when it comes to his past, everybody has a past, child. If you like it, I love it, Nene. You are good and grown. Do what you want to do. Yeah, she's gonna keep seeing that man, honey. Exactly. She's gonna keep seeing. Yes, honey. She had an attitude. Oh, she had a big attitude. Wait, let me see if I can find it right now. Hold on. Uh-oh. Wait. Because if I can put it up here for you guys to see it. Wait. Okay. All right, I have it right here. I'm going to upload it for y'all. You said me and my husband never been in jail. It's getting weird, but she still got to get this watch. I'm screaming. Oh, honey, she had a big attitude. Let me get it for you guys. Why can't I find it? Is this it right here? Yes. Okay.
Picture floating all around with me and this man on it. Why? That's so not necessary. Listen, most people know that I was married for a really, really long time, married to Greg Leaks. After Greg's passing, I started dating somebody that I really hoped that the relationship was going to work out. And right now we're like on a break, okay? And we have taken multiple breaks. And so I said to myself in this dating thing, because I've never dated my entire life. I've always been like in a relationship and never really had the opportunity to even date in my life. And so I said to myself, you know what? I really want to date with intention. I really want to give it like a real shot and date with intention, find my life partner and go somewhere and sit down, you know? So men tend to date multiple women all the time, 2 and 3 women at a time. So it's not my thing. It's not something that I like, but because I want to date with intention, I thought, let me try it anyway. So I simply went on a date. I'm not in a relationship with anybody. And I really hate that y'all had this man picture thrown all around online. Now y'all pulling up this man past. It's just messed up. I was trying to be in my soft girl era. Damn, now I got to turn back to a tomboy. I just wanted to date with intention. And he's a nice guy. We went out. We had fun. I don't know what the future holds. We were not kissing as they have it. You're kissing. We pecked. Okay, there's a difference between kissing and pecking. We just pecked. We were drinking, just having fun and laughing and taking pictures with friends. We had no idea that somebody in our little friend circle would send a video over to the blogs and have us all out here like this today. I'm dating, okay, with intent.
So shout out to No Chaser TV. And baby, when I tell you, Nene, if you like it, we all love it. You're grown. You can do what you want. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. And hopefully this works. I that's all I've got at this point. So, like you said, we've all got a past to varying degrees. You're gonna do what you want ultimately. So who are we to say anything? You like it, so that's all I've got, child. That's all I've got. Does she know what intention means? That's all I've got. I'm from Memphis. I hope it doesn't work. Nene, this time bitches be mad for a reason. You said drop him. Is the intention in the room with us? He's also notorious for dating. I had no idea. So she was talking to who? You said not Brooke. Oh no, she wasn't. So SA and kidnapping are not a deal breaker for her? Apparently not. She said we all have a past. No, I'm not. I was being sarcastic, like, hey girl, if you like it, I love it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not defending this man at all. I'm just saying what can we do? She's not gonna take advice from any of us. She doesn't care. She's telling us to leave her alone. That's what she's saying. What can I say? I'm not gonna get worked up over what she's doing, what a grown woman is doing. The girls need to start doing background checks, but they don't want to though, because they know that they'll find stuff. You said somebody in the chat said she not listening. She now listen to Brooke, and I was like, she better not be talking to Brooke. Well, hey, if she is, whatever. One of my best friends was shagging him and said he's the grossest man ever. Oh my gosh. Child. Yeah, exactly. She's grown. We can't be more upset about it than she is. Wait, what happened? You said Jameer, what are you saying? Question marks. Jameer has question marks in the chat. Exactly. If Nene wants him, go for it, honey. Exactly. I'm confused as to where the confusion is on what I said. I'm just saying we can't be more upset. We can't be more concerned than she is. If she likes it, she said he has a pass. I'm just repeating what she said. I don't know where the confusion lies. Why am I going to get worked up over her choices? Oh, he's a sleazeball ambulance chasing attorney with the commercials and billboards and stuff. Oh, sort of like Tamar's ex-husband. Yeah, she's a grown-up. She knew they'd be talked about if they were out in public. I agree. You said she still wants to be in a relationship where she has to take breaks at her big age. Let her. He's like that dude who's dating Tamar. Yes, also, y'all know what y'all were doing on a very public date and posing for a bunch of cameras. Exactly. Oh, like Celino and Barnes. So, not Celino and Barnes. Nene needs to grow up. I agree. Oh, wow. Not an ambulance chaser, honey. Right. You want to get tossed by the jailbird, then get tossed. Exactly. The break is with the married man. So she knows how to pick them. Now, so she's a married man on the side, and then an ambulance chaser who's also an abuser. And Nene really knows how to pick them. You said unpopular opinion. I don't give an F about Nene. I thought Jesus was the Redeemer. Nene hates he got exposed. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. They were at a Grizzlies game. How did she not expect to be seen at the damn FedEx Forum? Exactly. Close your legs to married men. Memphis knows what's up. At least she joins Housewives, she'll have a storyline. Nene could pick my next nail color at the salon. Just a mess. Exactly. Nene's been in the public eye too long to be so shocked when she sees herself come up in the news when she's out on a public date. I agree. Yes, it's the married man whose wife sued her. Yes, that's him. That's who she's on the break. Yeah, she's on the break with the married man. And I don't know what you said. He's a suit man. He sells suits, but the only people who bought his suits were Peter Thomas and you said somebody else, and Simon Guobadia. So I don't know how much money he was bringing in. Apparently not so much. So Sheree, come to the front with your thoughts. You said Nene couldn't pick out my next nail color at the salon. Suit man, both scammers. Suit man, he had a suit. He sells suits, supposedly. Suit man sounds just like SLC over again. How do you take a break from someone's husband? But okay, Simon's Monopoly money. Oh my gosh. Fix it, Black Jesus. Does Nene take her eyeballs out and put them in her purse when she chooses men? Not jail suits. Joseph A. Banks. So the housewives just want to ruin their own lives, huh? Spinning off into oblivion without any direction. A mess. Nene came out with a degenerate. Oh no! With that casket concealer she wears. Oh my gosh! Show me the Amex. Yeah, Nene would be mad if people weren't talking about her. You can't have it both ways. Oh my gosh. The lawsuit, the wife filed, put that relationship on pause. Does he work at the suit kitchen? Lord, I hope she finds her a good man. She's been through so much. Yeah, they are going in. I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all are in rare form today. Casket concealer took me down in this break room. I think it's both. I think it's fillers and makeup. Reuse suits is Nene's style. Do Nene and Tamar get along? Yeah, they're friends. They're friends, I believe. She had Tamar on her YouTube channel. You said Nene Minaj, she said humble herself. We're just having fun on a Friday, giving Casper the ghost. The suit is across the street. Yeah, okay. Tamar was at Nene's New Year's party. Okay. Child. Listen, again, if Nene likes it, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. That's just how I feel about it. We can't tell grown people what to do. Like Nene said in this video, everybody has a past, so leave her new man alone, okay? Just a hot mess. You said, yep, Tamar and Nene were sitting up there gossiping about candy. Exactly. Nene and Tamar are always on and off with somebody. Maybe dating that man got herself into that club. She better get, like her friend Marlo, a sugar daddy who's quiet. Child. Yeah, it's like, it's none of our business. Exactly. It's none of our business. Yeah, you can't want better for people than they want for themselves. Exactly. The same way that we try to talk to Boz and put some sense into her. It's above us now. It is yeah, leave her king alone, honey. Leave her king alone. Well, y'all know when Brooke gets a clapping, it's above us now. No, for real. That's all I can say. Oh, Tamar's ex-husband and Nene's married boyfriend are friends. Oh, wow. It tracks. I wonder if this new man and Tamar's ex-husband are friends too. You said Nene's giving desperado. Listen, honey, it's above us. It is above us. All the stuff she's doing, she's chastised people of doing. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Because she was really big on, Kim being with Big Papa, who is married. So yeah, I agree. And it's funny because when people first said that to her, she was upset. And she said, child, like, I don't know nothing about that. That doesn't concern me. And it's like, no, Nene, you're actively dating a married man. So it should concern you. It's funny. It's like, the rules don't apply to her. Just a mess. Once Brooke throws her hands up in the air and slaps him on her lap and says, God bless, we know. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. When I just do this, well, that's all I got. That's all I got. Oh, okay. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Nene's just as desperate as the rest, but she was married most of the time on Housewives, so it never came out. There it is. There it is. There it is. I can't listen. You shut it down. Shut it down. And listen, right? Not one lie was told. Not one lie was told. Yes. Not one lie was told. Not one lie was told. Listen, honey, told nothing but the truth. Told nothing but the truth. Oh, I forgot about that because Greg was married when Nene was on the pole. You said, now that's a read. Yep, that's true because when the nice other man was whining and dining her during her divorce, she got back with Greg. I remember the man who gave her the Rolex, tossing and turning for a peck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there was infidelity too. And she admitted that later on that there was infidelity. Yeah, people don't talk about that. But that's why I stay quiet when folks always say that he was such a, yeah, because there was foolishness. But that's another story for another day. Nikki, somebody said, we're telling the truth today, honey. Nikki said, we're telling the truth today. You can see these, yep. Even in her on-again, off-again friendship with Kim. Very true. Very true. Child. Oh, child. Y'all telling it today, honey. Y'all came out. Y'all came out the gate. Yes, watch their wedding special and his kids revealed how big of a bum. Yeah, I remember that. Because he left them and their mom to get with, I remember that. Because the kids they were harboring resentment and anger for Nene and Greg because they felt that he abandoned them and made a new family. I remember that wedding special. The kids told it all. I forgot about that. People don't want to hear the truth. I learned it the hard way. I told my friend that she could do better. She thought I was jealous of her 7 years relationship without a ring. Listen, let people do what they do. Don't sit up there and try to give grown people advice. Women don't want to hear anything. They want that man. They don't want to hear anything. Your best thing is to keep your mouth shut. And women lie so much about, oh, if my man were cheating, I want somebody to tell me. That's the biggest lie. Don't fall for it. If you see anything, no, you didn't. Don't say anything. Let them find out on their own, because you'll be public enemy number one. Women talk a good game about, oh, I want somebody to tell me. Married women who are boyfriends, and you see their husband out or their boyfriend out, and they're mad at you. They want to fight you. So keep your mouth shut. And women say, oh, that's not girl code. No, stop. People lie. Women lie all the time about, oh yeah, please tell me if you ever saw that. Please tell me, because I would know you. No, they won't. Don't say a word. Keep your mouth shut. Yes, no point in arguing with somebody without reason. Exactly. We got to be okay with people leaving folks where they're at. Exactly. Right? Yep. Mind your business. Yeah, and a lot of the time, most of the time, the women know anyway. So keep your mouth shut. Portia was real, at least, when she said that she didn't want to hear anything about Dennis and his cheating ways. Yep. Just keep your mouth shut. So true. I learned the hard way. Yep, keep your mouth shut. My mom did it, and her best friend hated her. See, don't say a word. Wow, you learned this in college. You told a friend their guy was cheating. She tried to get me jumped. Don't say a word. Too many women are desperate, and they want You said, well, you would always want to know the truth. Well, listen, the way a lot of us are scarred, we wouldn't tell you. And listen, the truth always comes out anyway. So you would find out eventually. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm sorry. As for me, I'm not, unfortunately, listen, I hate to say it, but yeah, hope that intuition. And also, as a woman, your intuition kicks in anyway. So nobody needs to tell you. You already get that weird feeling that in your gut that something's wrong. So yes, honey, exactly. No, it's true. You know, one thing about these broads, they're gonna choose that man. No, it's true. Yeah, honey. Yeah, don't rely on us, honey. We are too scarred. Listen, honey, I'm so sorry for the women who actually will leave. You're gonna have to find out on your own. So respectfully, it's just too many women out here, too many desperados out here who want to fight and get mad at you. Wow. You said your best friend caught her husband cheating at home with his pants around his ankles and saw a college girl in the driveway. He denied he cheated, and she played dumb when I questioned it. I left it alone. Leave it alone. Leave well enough alone. If she wants to be a fool to say she has a husband, let her be a fool. Yes, exactly. No, that's very true. The Lord will reveal it to you. That's very true. You don't need anybody to tell you. So even with the receipt, it doesn't matter. I keep your mouth shut. Even with a receipt, they'll be mad at you and still want to hit you and fight you. They'll be chasing you down the street trying to hit you with the brick. So just even with proof, look at Luann when Bethany had all the proof about Tom, and Luann was pissed off at Bethany and still married Tom. Please, there's no winning with that. Yes, God will reveal it. It'll always come out. Mm. Yeah, no, Traitors' chat is over. It wasn't anything really. Just a little yin yang around the house. It didn't give anything. It was nothing to really talk about, you know? Rob won, the reunion was boring, nothing was resolved. That was it. Yeah, even with receipts, desperados don't care. Yes, exactly. People will hurt you for getting in their mess. Exactly. So, yep. Luann was mad at everybody. Yes, exactly. So it's true. Let people do what they want to do. Even with receipts, you'll be public enemy number one. Even if they leave, the friendship will never be the same. Exactly. That's where the phrase "don't shoot the messenger" really came to play. I thought Portia looked good. I liked Portia's outfit. I liked Candace's outfit at the reunion, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, literally, let sleeping dogs lie. Literally, it's true. Well, Tom had already been in with her whole friend group. Luann was like, "Tom, get behind me," but he was at the bar kissing other chicks, and she still married him. Yeah, being delusional about men, it is dangerous. It'll cost you your life, self-esteem, everything. You're literally, but women don't, a lot of women don't care, and it's very sad. Yeah, some women are more male-centered than they would care to admit. Rob and Colton were low-key matching at that reunion. Yeah, Candace looked good. Candace's wardrobe the entire season of Traitors was chef's kiss. Boz is definitely delusional. No man with that hairline would get near me. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear this. Your mom taught you this. She told her friend of 10 years that she had a cheating man. They didn't believe her mom. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, people will ignore all the red flags. It's true. Candace did her big one on Traitors. An acquaintance was mad at us because she believed we didn't do enough to warn her about her future husband. Excuse me? Meanwhile, everybody told her not to get married to him. He was cheating all along. No, you know what it is? Just embarrassed that he's made a fool out of her and never stopped cheating. She can't blame anybody. She saw the signs herself. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Very sad. Even when they see it, they'll blame everybody but the man. Exactly. Yup, she's projecting. She's mad at herself. When they ignore the signs, they tend to point the finger, pay it no mind. Exactly. That's what it is. Well, they did bring it up. They brought it up because Lisa Rinna brought up the whole. She asked him about what was that hostage comment about, and he touched on it briefly. And then he lightly touched on the fact that the viewers couldn't stand him. And he was trying to garner sympathy for what happened to him. A mess. Oh my gosh, what? Is your cousin okay? Is she back? I hope she's, Lord have mercy. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Y'all see this comment? Your cousin was trafficked? Jesus. She's not the same. I'm sure she's not the same. That's horrible. Hey, so Steph, thank you for the super chat. Robin Dixon is a true desperado. Yeah, she is. Jesus. I am so sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's in jail. Goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is, oh my gosh. Yeah, never give your passports to anybody while abroad. Keep that on you at all times. Jesus. Oh, well, when you were younger, you accidentally mentioned seeing one of your mother's coworkers' husbands out with someone else, and she held a grudge against me forever. She would start rumors about me to spite me. Yeah, you just can't say anything. You don't say a word. Jesus. Yeah, if Colton were black, he would have never been allowed on TV. He would be banned. You said just rich men abroad before you meet them. Jesus. Oh, you were 10 years old? Oh, she's obviously unhinged. To be mad at a child, she's holding a grudge against a child. As kids, we all ran our mouths. We were all spreading our parents or whoever's business when we were little. So that's on her. So she's obviously very unwell and she needs help. If she's still mad at you from what you did at 10 years old unintentionally, you were a child who didn't know any better and you were just blurting out people's business just because you were a kid. That's ridiculous. But so many of these adults are crazy. A grudge against a 10-year-old is diabolical. Just very sad. That's very sad. Yeah, very much a weirdo, big weirdo. She needs the Lord. At 10, that's absolutely insane. That's very, yeah, misdirected anger. Exactly. That woman needs an asylum. Listen, be mad at that fool of a man. Oh, you said you caught your stepdad cheating on your mom. I told her and she put him out. Okay, well, finally, somebody has a good story. I'm glad she put him out. I'm glad she believed you. And I'm glad that she didn't, thank God, because there are stories where people have caught a parent cheating on the other parent and the parent sided with the other parent and then kicked the kid out. So thank God that your mother believed you and put him out. And I'm sorry that happened to your mom. Right? Exactly. Kids don't lie about what they see. That's why she was so mad. That's very true. My mom had checked my grandma for stuff like this. You gotta put a false alias with a cartoon profile pic and McDonald's Wi-Fi, all to tell somebody their partner's cheating on them. But people like that, they'll look up your IP address and find out that it's you. So again, just keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Oh wow, really? I love the standing ovation in the chat. Kids trigger adults with their truth. Yeah, your mother's logical with common sense. So, child, y'all, I'm going to end the live right here though. I hope y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed myself. Okay. We could go on and on about desperados and cheating, but I'm going to end it here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all had a good time. I know I did. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday, the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all, Lord willing, on Monday for Potomac Part 3. And we will chat then. But guys, have a great weekend. Be safe, have fun, and I will see you all later. Thanks for joining me, y'all. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to Dorothy. Thank you, everybody. Y'all always are just fabulous. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you for everybody in the chat. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, Jameer. Thank you, Osmond. Thank you, Biomiss. Thank you, the Dime 10 Diva. Thank you, Ayana. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening and weekend. Oh, and no, my mom was not in today's chat either. I see y'all saying bye, Brooke's mom. No, she wasn't in the chat. She was not in the chat today. But I will see y'all later. Have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.